Hello and welcome to another episode of News from the Guilty. Okay, hello there. It's me again. Apologies, I wasn't here last week because I didn't have anything to fucking tell you. Anyway, today I haven't got much to tell you today. Sorry, got a hair in my mouth. I've only done one painting since the last time I was on here, which is an absolute disgrace, although I am working on a commission, which I can't show you because it's a private commission, so I don't think I'll be able to show you. But anyway, that's going okay. One thing I would say about that is I've charged the person around £90. But it's because it's in America, that includes postage. So I've already undercut myself quite considerably, considering I've already spent around 6 hours on it, and I'm not even halfway through. But you live and learn. It's a good bit of practice at least. At the moment, I'm painting a medieval dress. Lots of folds. And a nice emerald green fabric, which presents quite a few problems, but I'm enjoying doing it. Anyway, that's what I'm doing at the moment. I'll show the other painting a bit later because I want to talk about a new process that I've been doing, just something I've just come up with. It's nothing groundbreaking, but you might be interested. The other thing that's been taking up my time is I've been writing again. I've got a new short story in the works. So back along, I wrote one very quickly called Testament, which is about the last words of the last man on Earth after an alien invasion. That was written very quickly. It only took me, I don't know, a few days, maybe 3 or 4 days, and it just flew out. This one is presenting more of a problem. It's the third week I've been on it, and yeah, I'm getting there, but it's a bit of a hard slog. I'm not even sure. I think it's it's a nice idea. So the story is called The Children of Trappist 5. So it's about Earth is dead and a colony has been set up on a distant world, based very vaguely on actual data, I suppose you could say. It's a planet that astronomers believe could support life. It's 40 light years away. So the colony, it took 900 years to get there. And once they get there, it's not a very nice place. So it's about them kind of surviving, but also the fact that none of them are able to bear children. So that's the premise there. All sorts of dark shenanigans going on there. But anyway, yeah, I've been writing. Before I get to the painting, I'm going to show you a very small, relatively small book haul. So I've been getting some new books. It's been a while since I got anything new, so here we are. The first one is the Border trilogy, Cormac McCarthy. I've heard of this trilogy of books for a long time, but I've never got round to reading it. Went to a summer fete the other day at the church just down the road, and yeah, I got this little devil for £1. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into that one day. But yeah, I don't know when I'll get round to reading it. The only thing I've read by Cormac McCarthy in the past is The Road, which was very nice but bleak, and No Country for Old Men. So yeah, really love his writing anyway. Okay, the next one is one I think I heard about on the radio last year. It always stuck in my mind. It was a devil trying to find the damn thing, so I couldn't remember the name of it or the author. But this one here, The Animals in That Country, by Laura Jean McKay. This is science fiction, and this is her debut novel. And would you believe it? She won the Arthur C. Clarke Award off the bat. Brilliant. But the premise is very interesting. So it's about a pandemic, a virus that sweeps across the world, and the consequences of which means that humans are able to speak to animals. all animals can understand what they're saying. Really interesting, really intriguing. So that's about all I know about it, but I'm really going to enjoy reading that. Might read this one next. I'm currently reading autobiography of, what's he called? chap that plays Walter White in Breaking Bad. Sorry, I can't remember his name. But after that, I'll read this and I'll review the damn thing on here. The next one is a book by Kazuo Ishiguro, Clara and the Sun. So you may know of this author. He wrote Remains of the Day and Never Let Me Go. A couple of those books, The Buried Giant. Those are the few that I've read. Artists of the Floating World, I also read that one a long time ago. But this is his latest one. I think it was published last year, and it concerns AI and an AI's perspective on love, apparently, by reading the blurb. So that'll be interesting as well. I'll review that as and when it's read. Now, the next one, well, it's 4 books, but it's, oh my goodness. So I'm not sure how to pronounce this name, so I don't want to butcher it, but it's, I'm going to say Xinyu, I don't know, sorry. This is The Dark Forest, but the one that begins the 4 books is The Free Body Problem. Now, I heard about this from friend of the channel, Dick Splash, Chris. He said about this one, so I thought I'd give it a punt and see how it goes. It won the Hugo Award, so something quite special here. Obviously, it's translated from the Chinese, so that will be interesting. The best kind of science fiction. Kim Stanley Robinson says. So after The Free Body Problem, we've got The Wandering Earth, Death's End, and The Dark Forest. So those, I don't know anything about them really. I read the blurb back along, but I can't remember what it's about. But again, if I ever get around to reading all those, I will review it here and then let you know if it's worth reading. I think it will be. It sounds quite an interesting book. I used to, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, okay, let's get down to it. The painting. Right, the one painting. I'm going to switch view here. Okay, so here we are. So I've called this Nexus 1, apparently. I don't know if it will be called that anymore. I don't know. Anyway, this is what I started with. This very abstract piece that I did in a frenzy, if I remember rightly. I previously had a canvas prepared for something else and it didn't turn out. So I just did this over the top. No idea what it was, but the longer I stared at it, the more I could see kind of structure within it. So what I did, if I cut to the next one, I did this over the top. So if I switch between them, you might be able to see how I arrived at those various structures. But again, it's kind of doodling, but using the underpainting as a reference. Then I took it a step further. So really just deepening the tones, the darker tones and the highlights, just to make it pop a bit more. But always in the back of my mind, working with the idea of John Harris's work, which I may pop up a picture of. That is that style, that looser style of painting in a science fiction genre. Anyway, so then the final, so we started here, got to there, did this, and the final one was this one. Now, I personally think I went a bit too far with this final stage. I don't know what you think. I prefer the kind of more ghostly, like this, I think, is probably where I should have stopped. The very first layer of detail. The more I put down, the more I kind of carved it into existence, the less impact it seems to have. I mean, there I just went absolutely nuts and stuck all of this on. But at the same time, I did enjoy doing it. And like I said, carving structure out of nowhere. I don't know if it works or not. What do you think? Which which stage did you prefer? Number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4? It's quite nice like that, like a kind of animation. Anyway, there we are. That's the painting. Okay, hello, back again. So there we are. That's all I've got to say today. I might be back next week if I've got anything to show. The problem is I'm working constantly on this commission at the moment, and I may not be able to show it, so it will be a waste of time. But if I do have anything to show, or if I've got anything to say, I'll be back. Thanks for watching. Oh, and thank you if you've subscribed recently. I've had 5 this month, or in the last 2 weeks, which is bloody good for this channel. Say hello if you're watching. Probably not. But anyway, cheers for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheerio. Say goodbye, Sir Percival.
Well, that was another piss poor episode.